Hi, are you sure that you know how abortion works? I posted a video about a week ago encouraging people to share their experiences with taking the abortion pill. And like I figured, lots of other womb-having beings had horrible experiences and shared in that. I also noticed that a lot of people didn't know what the abortion pill was. Like a lot of people. And let's not waste time getting triggered or upset or figuring out who to blame. It doesn't matter. The system is to blame. That's why education is not widely spread about reproductive care, as well as why we don't feel comfortable talking about these things with our friends who also have wombs. We talk about whitewashing or sanitizing history or even like news stories, and we have to realize that we also do this in our everyday life. It is part of the programming, and I think that is one of the reasons why some of this education is not more deeply understood around abortion, because we just don't feel comfortable talking about it, and then when we do, we tend to use more abstract language instead of just saying the thing. Like, it felt like my uterus was being ripped out of my body. So back to abortion. A Plan B pill is not an abortion pill at all. If you are already pregnant and you take a Plan B, you will still be pregnant. You can only take a Plan B within 3 days or 72 hours after having unprotected sex. And in the US, you should be able to access these at your local drugstore, or you can oftentimes get them online. You should also stock up so you already have them at your house, and when that mistake happens, you can just reach over and take it right away and not have to run to the store right away or fit it into your schedule or forget. The abortion pill, you have to have a prescription from a doctor. In some states, the doctor has to actually give you the first pill. It's typically 2 pills. You take one with the doctor. When you go home, I believe 12 to 18 hours later, you take the other one, and then you go through the entire abortion process at home.
Hi, sorry, quick interruption. If you could just subscribe to my YouTube Disruptive Philosophy and watch my video essay on capitalism and parenting, I would appreciate it. Thank you. Back to the video.
And then you hope that your uterus responds mildly to the medication, because you're going to be in pain for up to 12 hours. Well, really minimum of like 8 to 12 hours, and then like up to 2 weeks. You can have up to like this size of like blood clots. It's not fun, and it's painful and sometimes kind of a traumatizing experience, I think, for some womb holders. You typically go back to the doctor for a checkup like a few weeks after, and you should be done by then. But I have heard from many different people, as well as I've had my own experience where people still had bleeding and complications up to 2 or 3 months later. I ended up having to go to the hospital for some pain and bleeding like a month after I had it, and they said, oh, it's just still coming out. That's what the nurses told me at the emergency room. So these are safe procedures that can be done many times and have been studied and tested and tried and true. They can still be a little bit of a traumatic experience. One, because we have not normalized talking about them, getting them, and expressing how we go through that whole experience and process. The pill abortion is used up to 3 months, and it does account for 90% of abortions. 90%, okay? In the first 3 months with the abortion pill. It's not a Plan B. It's not a Plan B. Plan B is different, okay? After 3 months, you would have a surgical abortion. And typically, if you are needing to have this procedure, it would mean that you are past the abortion pill date, but you are still probably within whatever the legal time period is for the state that you live in. But since 90% of abortions are done with the abortion pill, there's very few abortions done that are surgical. Most often, surgical abortions are being done because the mother's life is in danger and they actually wanted that child and had never planned on having an abortion, and those situations are typically very, very sad. Do not use these as birth control. They are not. They are for emergencies. Thank you. Have a great day. They tend to develop negative expression for trauma that they are currently experiencing and probably trauma that they have experienced in their childhood. Because collectively we are all suffering from trauma. There's just different levels. So after the state was presented with this information, you know what they did? I mean, they solved poverty, of course. Duh, video over. Oh no, they didn't. Oh, they didn't do that. Okay. No, they didn't. Okay. Well, let me go back to my notes then.